Hello mates, I am Kiran Jadhav here. In this session, I will teach you Spring Boot with Gradle. Editor we are using here IntelliJ IDEA. See what is Gradle? Gradle it is a build management tool. We'll see some description about Gradle in official documentation web page. See, Gradle it is a build tool. It is a very fast, dependable and adaptable open source build automation tool with an elegant and extensible declarative build language. Then why Gradle is commonly used? Because there is available itself like active community and strong developer ecosystem. Gradle is most popular build system for the JVM and is the default system for Android and Kotlin multi-platform projects. It has a rich community plugins ecosystem. Now we'll start with our session. For that perspective, first we'll go ahead and create the Spring Boot project. Simply type here Spring initializer. Then this is the official web page. We are going to create the Spring Boot application. The project I am selecting here Gradle Groovy. The language Java. Spring Boot version we are using 3.4.0. The project information we are giving here package as com.fullstack, and the application name we are giving here Spring Boot with Gradle. Now refactor the base package, packaging as jar, Java version 17. Adding dependencies, we are adding here DevTool for live reload. We are adding here Lombok, it will help us to reduce boilerplate code. Next we are adding here Spring Wave, itself available inbuilt Tomcat server, and it will help us to create the REST API as well. Next we are adding here MySQL dependency. Next we require the data JPA. Yeah, those dependencies we have added here. Now simply click on generate. See, within minute production ready will be available there. Now we'll copy our application and paste in particular folder. Simply right click on application and go ahead with the extraction. Once extraction is done, then copy the path of our application and we'll import this application within IntelliJ IDEA. Simply come up with the file, then new project from existing sources. Here we are just giving the path of our application. Go ahead with the OK. Then this is, you can simply select the Gradle project, then click on create and trust project with new window. I want to open in another window. Once it open here successfully, then coming to src main, we have available resources and there is available application.properties file. Now properties content, I will add it from my local. You can simply add it from our GitHub itself. We'll copy the properties content and adding here. Application name, I want to give here HRMDB example. Then coming to next, we are just coming with the build.gradle. See, Spring Boot version we are using 3.4.0 and the Java version we are using Java 17. Now we are adding Swagger UI dependency. For that perspective, you can simply come up with it under dependencies, and we are adding here Swagger UI dependency. Now once it's done, then we'll do the Gradle build. Do Gradle build, and if you want to skip the test case, then you can use Gradle build space -x space test. Now build goes to start actually. Then coming to again our src main Java, then right click on our base package com.fullstack. New package I am creating. The package name I am giving here model package. Next package we are creating the new package name as repository. Now again coming to next, we are creating here new package, the package name as service. Now coming to our base package, one more package we are creating the package name as controller. Then coming to model package, in that we are creating employee as a Pojo class. Then coming to repository, simply right click, we are creating new Java interface and the interface name I am giving here employee repository. Now coming to service, we are creating new Java interface name as I employee service. Within service, we are creating new implementation class. The implementation class name as employee service IMPL. Now coming to controller. In controller package, we are creating new Java class as employee controller, and in controller class we are going to create the REST APIs. Now skeleton is ready here, and our build also success. Once build is success, then simply reload the project here. Yeah, we are just trying to reload our project here. You can simply reload it. Once it's done, then we'll start with the coding. Coming to employee.java, annotate with @data. It will come from Lombok. Next we are using other constructor. Next nor constructor. We are using here @entity. Entity means this is entity class, and if you are not giving @table, it will consider your Pojo class name as a table name. Here I am mentioning table as well, and the table name we are adding here as a employee. Now we are adding here @id. This is primary key. Generated value we are using here. This is auto generated. Strategy we are giving as a identity. Then variable we are giving private. This will be int emp have id. Next I am adding private. This will be string emp have name. And we are adding one more variable private double. This will be emp have salary. Then coming to next is repository. Annotate with @repo. This is annotation as an optional annotation. This is not mandatory at all. Then interface extends. We are just going to use here JPA repository. We are passing our Pojo class name as employee, and the wrapper class itself integer. And if you want to write any custom methods, you can simply write the custom methods here. Now I am just straightforward scenario. I want to do only save data, and whatever data inserted into database, we are trying to fetch it. That's why I'm using only two methods here, save and find all. Then here I'm giving the method. This is for save perspective, employee. You can simply say save, and we are passing entity as a employee. Next we are trying to fetch list of data. List is an interface coming from util package. It will allow us to duplicate the data as well. Then employee, we are just going to say this is for find all. This is abstract method we have declared here, just declaration. Now coming to service class, annotate with @service, and here interface class implements. Our interface name is iEmployeeService. Then whatever abstract method in interface we are trying to implement into our implementation class. We have two methods available there. Override it means whatever replica in parent, same replica we are adding in child class. Now we are using @void. Instead of creating the object, we are just using here @void. Private, this will be, you can say like this is employee repository, employee repo. Service is intermediate between a repository and controller layer. That's why I'm passing here employee repo.save. It will insert this data into database, and this is for find all, employee repo.find all. Itself available methods, actually data.jp itself available such a method, save, find all, and many methods available there. Now coming to next, and this is the last layer as a controller layer. Annotate with @rest controller, itself available response body. It will return object as a response. Now we are using here request mapping as well, and the base URI I am passing as employees, / as employees. And if you want to use logger, you can simply use SLA4 also. Now we are adding here @void and mentioning here private. This will be iEmployeeService. You can simply say service. Then here we are writing the API post mapping, and the API I am giving here save. This will be public response entity. We are giving the type of our employee as the return type we are expecting there, and the method I am giving here save. We are adding annotation here @request body for our employee. We are passing the request payload from Swagger. You can use the Swagger Postman API or the Thunder client as well. Now simply use return. This will be response entity.ok, and we are calling here employee service.save method there, employee. And if you want to add logs, then simply add here log.info, and here we are trying to save data for this particular name. Then I am adding in log as well, like @ trying to save data for employee. Whatever employee you want to mention, you can simply add here employee.getEmpName. Next we are writing here get mapping and the API name giving here as find all. This will be public response entity. It will be type of our list of our employee, and simply say find all. Then do return response entity dot OK, and we are calling here employee service dot find all. This way we done with the coding part. Now we'll start with our application. Then coming to main class main method here and simply start the application. Now we are expecting it will goes to work on port number is 8080. Then I am hitting here localhost :8080/swagger-ui.html. See, application is started and the port number they are using here 8080. See, the port number also you will be able to see here as 8080. And yes, coming to Swagger, simply refresh the URL. Yeah, Swagger also up and running. Then coming to post, simply try it out. I am passing here name as Sora and the salary I am passing here 97,000.22. It will go to insert data into database. Now I am inserting one more record here. The record name I am passing here Darshan, and the salary we are passing here 99,000. See, data is inserted for second number record as well. Coming to next, we are trying to fetch this data. Just try it out, execute, it will fetch the data as well. And if you want to see same data in database, then you can simply check the data in database as well. Then we are just trying to see the database name. Simply come up with the here SQL and use database, and then hit here select star from employee. You will be able to see data also available in database. Yeah, that's it in this session. But till if you are facing any difficulties, then feel free to add your errors in comment box, and please do like, share and subscribe this channel to get more updates, and see you in next video.